Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here. So there he is, Wesley Sneijder, a terrific playmaker.
Yeah, one of the very best to him.
Terrific header! He will be livid with himself.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Well, I guess this was unexpected, a change so early in the game.
Look, to make a change this early, Peter, is not the norm. He seems to be unhappy about it, and I sympathise. I think he's been harshly treated.
No, he's not getting past him there. Now it's Morata. Martinez. McTominay. Passing is crisp and sharp. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's cut it out. Pinches it off him. He won't be happy with... Dovbik! Goal! Inter! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Ha segnato al 7° minuto, numero 11.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
So far, so good, Peter, but they need to start thinking of the next one now. Take this momentum and force the issue even more.
Serginho picks it up out wide. Quick look, then plays it in.
Better control, and he would have had a selection of options.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Goes forward. Morata looks to get on the end of this. Now it's Tura. Dovbik shoots! It's bounced back off the post. Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Played out towards the right wing. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Gullit. Barella. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Pirlo. Oh, it's Schneider! It's in! Inter are back in business! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And that is as far as they're going to go.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And here's Thuram. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And he's gone searching crossfield. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Morata. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. And that is out of play. Gullit, and he's intervened well there. And here's Dovbik. Dovbik! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. Inter Milan have rung the changes already. They could, of course, make further alterations at half-time. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Looking to play him in. Floated through. That's the keeper's ball. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. He's shifting through the gears here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And the finish! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Defending of the desperate variety. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Morata.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Thuram. That has been slung wide. That's good play. Can he get it through? And he's picked it up out wide. He rises! They've scored! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Inter Milan take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Big header! Harmlessly behind. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Dovbyk. Now it's Thuram. Dovbyk, great chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And this could be the final action of the first half. Pirlo. And it's half-time here. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 5, Morata. Viene sostituito con il numero 14.
So off we go once more.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Cannavaro. Osimhen is onto it in a flash. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Inter Milan do appear to have made a half-time change. It's Snyder! Oh, it's hit the post! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. DiMarco. Barella. And it's McTominay. Acerbi. McTominay. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And he cuts out the supply. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Acerbi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. DiMarco. DiMarco going full tilt down the left. Nice sequence of passes this, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Inter Milan, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Goes for a shot!
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
That is good alertness. And here's Dovbyk, spread it left.
Might want to be careful there.
Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Davids. Pirlo. Inter Milan have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. He is just caressing the ball. Di Marco wins the duel this time.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 27.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Schneider. Lasciano il campo per il numero 22. Kaká. Il numero 11. Cambio di
They've
giocatore.
played it short. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. He's having a shot! A real chance to break. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Pirlo. Hangs in a cross. That's a sharp pass.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Looked to surprise the keeper, but missed the target.
Yeah, and I don't think there was much wrong with his vision nor his decision-making.
Inter Milan have their third corner. Chance for a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh no, this does not look good. He's picked his way through. He's one-on-one! Acerbi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Costa Curta has got himself a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Time is running out here.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And he's been shifted off it. The final 5 minutes. And he's got the beating of his man. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough... Pirlo! It's a loose ball. And this is Hullet. Big chance! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
And he's just option to go back.
Ci saranno 3
Well, it's
minuti
probably
di
safe to say
recupero.
now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
That has been cut short. Now it's Kaka. Oh, that's fabulous. De Ketelaere. And that's that. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match as new... Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive nerves. The prospects are so great, the potential, be it financial or reputational, is huge, because success in this competition brings so much. And the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And already we're underway here. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, the contributions made by Barella, I think, will be key here, Peter. He loves to take up that right half space, we know that. But while he may not necessarily have the final pass or the assist for a goal, He'll have been involved in the move somewhere along the line. He's that kind of player. He's always there or thereabouts.
There's the shot!
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Serginho clears it away. It's a throw-in. And here's Mkhitaryan. Cross to the back post. And that's the keeper's ball. Batistuta. Now it's Kaká. Oh, well measured. Oh, that's fabulous. Kaká. Goes for a shot! Goal! Inter! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Inter Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing.
Inter are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Great ball if he can get there. And he's in on goal. Oh, look at the space here. Barella. Now Martinez. Tries to pass it through. Now that's well seen too. And it's Kaká. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. Inter Milan trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. McTominay. And here's Dovbyk. Kaká quietly revving up. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Kaká. He's a sharp little ball here. He's got away. Oh, what a climb! It's there! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Inter Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Deftly away. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Barella, and he's forced to go back. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Now it's Dovbyk. Barella, that has not gone well. And here's Dovbyk. Dovbyk! Barella. Çalhanoğlu. And it's Kaká. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Foot in. Mkhitaryan. Now it's Thuram. Driving on and making good progress. To Barella. And here's Dovbyk. He might... And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Un minuto di recupero.
Barella. Serginho. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Kaka. Kalulu. And the first 45 minutes are up. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Appositi cestini per la raccolta differenziata situati vicino all'ingresso. Grazie.
There's the start of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back.
Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Çalhanoğlu. Barella. And here's Dovbyk. Great ball, and he's in. Can he finish? And he's found the net. The second half sparked straight into life. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
Numero 21.
We have got ourselves a game here.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
It's a good foot in there. Oh, that's nice. Now there's a shot at goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, surely that deserved better.
Thuram has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Çalhanoğlu. Not the most convincing of passes. He is through here. He rises! Goal! Inter! They have come roaring back.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
An act of charity gratefully received.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
We have ourselves a real game here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Great work on the overlap.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Thuram can get it clear. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. Well, what about it? It's turned into a real fight to the last. Dovbik. Oh, well played, well played.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Oh, that's a very decent ball now. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Inter Milan faced with a real prospect of letting this slip. The ball is on the spot, here we go. That's an extraordinary save from Sommer. Hangs one in, shoots! Goal! Inter! And they've got their lead back. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Way too good, Peter, too quick, too smart for that defence. They were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 3. Lascia il campo per il numero 23. Attenzione, un cambio.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
He's having a shot! Well, now it's... Oh, he's been caught on it here!
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Serginho. Just a quarter of an hour to play. De Ketelaere. It's a good spell of possession, this.
Inter really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Çalhanoğlu. Nicely weighted ball. Kalulu picks it up now. DiMarco was in no mood for any of that.
Cambio di giocatori.
Inter Milan are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Inter Milan must do something here, and very quickly.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Barella has created one goal already. And it's Serginho. And that is expertly dealt with.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Bastoni. And that interception was most Batistuta. Look at the space here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Barella. De Ketelara. Thuram does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Now it's Martinez. Little doubt, that is a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort, but do hope it's nothing serious. This ended up in no man's land. Serginho. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Good read, needed to be. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. And that will be the final act. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Inter really will be deflated by the result, not just because they lost, but the manner of this defeat, Peter.
Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So off we go then. One of the most eagerly awaited games in football. It never lets us down. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Italy is the country of great defenders, Peter, and this fella, Alessandro Bastoni, looks very much in line to be its latest representative. Being an Italian defender, we all know he's very much from the school of no-nonsense, but I really like his technique, and again, he's one of these centre-backs or defenders who can get his head up and just pick out...
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
He's on it, can he get away? Looking to play him in. DiMarco. The fry kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. McTominay. Inter Milan ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. And here's Del Piero. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Del Piero. Thuram. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Dovbyk. And he's managed to get free. That's an imaginative pass. Shot goal! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Shevchenko was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's got away. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And he was quick to react. Martinez. Barella. Now McTominay. Martinez.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Terrific header! They've scored! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And Shevchenko! Oh, that was no routine save.
Shevchenko really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Milan with the corner, they're first. And he gets rid in a hurry. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Cafu. Now it's Roberto Baggio. De Bruyne. De Bruyne! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he has kept it out somehow.
De Bruyne clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. And the shot! And that's caused a worry or two. So, third corner of the game. He's having a shot! Corner number 4 coming up here. Martinez with the clearance. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Now it's Dovbyk. He has found the way through. Can he finish? And it's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
A case now of complete control. Oh, now here's an interesting match. It's Nedved! Nedved! A diamond of a goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Milan give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. And no, that was never going to make it. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. He's in a great position here. He's through, now is he in? Maldini. And they've switched it over to the other side.
Good ball, that too.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Deftly away. And they're back on the ball again. Del Piero. Ambitious ball here.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
That has not gone well. Probing pass. Good ball over the top. Mignon gets it away. And that'll be the last act of the first half.
Inter are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Inter Milan head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 9. Viene sostituito con il numero 22.
And the second half gets underway. Well read, nice interception. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Dovbyk. Now it's Thuram. Played into space. Dovbyk. He might... Can he finish? Oh, it's hit the post. Nice control. Dovbyk stood his ground strongly. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And this is Roberto Baggio. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. It's a straight red, he has been given his marching orders. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
He really ended up between...
Pirlo! Just too high. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Pirlo. And it's De Bruyne. Looking tidy in possession here. Thuram. Mkhitaryan, who's set up one goal so far. That's beautifully weighted. Cafu. Nedved. Pirlo. And it's Cannavaro. Maldini. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Pirlo. And it's Cannavaro. To Maldini. And it's Pirlo. Shevchenko. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. They're up to 5 corners now. Thuram. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And that's an excellent interception. Barella. That's a cute ball. Bastoni gets across and deals with it. And that was very necessary. Cafu. Passing is crisp and sharp. Chiesa powering forward here. Chiesa! There's a goal! Back to within 1. Interesting. What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Mkhitaryan. De Bruyne. Nicely weighted ball. Cross from Maldini. That is good pressure. And he's had a hit! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Attenzione, un cambio.
The corner count is rising. That's 6. Roberto Baggio!
really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Nedved. He won't be happy with that one. Dovbik. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Passes short and sharp. Oh, that was vital. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Martinez was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Now it's Dovbik. Schneider plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Now then, the ball's come loose. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Milan really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
He's found the way through. Pirlo deals with that comfortably. Schneider. Chiesa does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? That is a brilliant interception. Barella. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Inter Milan have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games.
Eu sou Zuluzão MC da ZL, corintiano, fraco, fraquíssimo, sem seus épicos, fraco, ainda com time com épico, ainda tomou o cachimbo do time carta normal, treina mais.
So bring it on, fresh, fervent, fevered, how it always was and how it always will be. Feel it, this is where it starts. Whatever your ambitions, a good beginning is the perfect way to get things underway. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. The action has already started. And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, Jim, the name Albert Ferrer is certainly familiar to English football fans of a certain vintage.
Yeah, and he's remembered with a great deal of affection as a pacey and tough tackling defender who always gave his all.
And was a bit of a character.
He was.
Picked out brilliant chance, surely! Here's a sharp little ball here. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And he's managed to get free. Cleared without complication. Distributed tidily. Lovely feet. Fired deep towards the back post. Albert Ferrer heads him. Oh, what a... Oh, smashing header! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
So we're still where we started right now. Messi, who's wide and looking to get onto this. Up he goes! And he's following up! And that is doing no harm at all. Oh, that is a nice touch. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. It's an early cross. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. That's very neat. Cross into the box. He rises! And that's caused a worry or two. Opts for safety. Searching pass he's played there. He's in a great position here. 30 minutes gone. Albert Ferrer. Van Dijk. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Big chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And now they can spring out of defence. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Aims beyond the defence. He's in plenty of space here. No, couldn't quite control it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
That's a decent clearance. Cruzeiro are looking to go forward now. Pass somewhat off target. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now that looks a decent ball. Nice bit of trickery. Camavinga. Kupchu is always scanning the pitch for targets. It's Camavinga. And that's going right the way across. Messi. Oh, he's had a shot! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And we've reached half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. The midway point of the game.
What a pleasant surprise to see how open this game is turning into. Just wondering if the two teams are going to keep doing what we've seen in the first half. I hope that a cautious aspect doesn't kick in.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. Here we go again. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Now that's well seen too.
pretty robust defending.
Kukcu. Added Subimendi. Ah, that's a fine interception. Knocks it into space. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Oh, well played, well played. Subimendi. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, this looks sharp. João Neves. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Cruzeiro claim it back to much approval. Messi. And that is a little undercooked. Played out to the left flank. And it's made its way to him. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Great work on the overlap. João Neves. Nicely spread. Messi. He has found a way through. Tries to play it through. Look at the space. Shot a goal! And he's there to get it away. Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Substituição.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
It's run loose, who's going to get there? What a throw in. Now it's Messi. Swings in, he's got full! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Well, played right into his path. He can get that clear. But there's going to be another change here.
Teremos uma substituição.
Gets into some space, and he decides to cross it. Defending of the desperate variety. Now it's Manu Vallejo.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Messi has it out wide and in space. And Messi!
Messi made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Rodriguez. Cruzeiro are repeatedly frustrated here in the face of this rearguard. Time is getting away from them. And he's forced to go back. Kupchu. Oh, really good feet. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Manu Vallejo.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Camavinga. And it's Van Dijk. Now João Neves. It's a really well-measured ball. Rodriguez. And that will be it. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. And the outcome inevitable. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Cruzeiro must have viewed this game as very winnable, but will no doubt have a healthier respect for this opposition now.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And he's certainly onside here. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. He'll have the chance to go the other way. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. And here's Kupchu. He's tried one! Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
João Neves receives it in a good position here. And he goes cross-field.
Good switch, that.
No change to the score. 0-0 it remains.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And it's Messi. Engages and forces him off the ball.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
It's a pretty loose pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now, what about a counter-attack? It's a really well-measured ball. Nice control. Oh, it's played into the area. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. That's a decent clearance. Showing good feet. Now, what about this cross? And it's safely in the keeper's hands. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Messi. João Neves. Now Subimendi. Albert Ferrer. Kukçu is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Looking for the run. Out of play for a goal kick. Subimendi. Camavinga. João Neves. Oh, good spread. Now it's Messi. And the shot! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Messi can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Subimendi. Van Dijk. Added Subimendi. Kukçu. Turns back here, probably the best option.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
That has been knocked clear. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. And we're underway again.
Cruzeiro are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Now he's off and running. That's been cut out, well played. Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Kukçu. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Kukçu. Driving forward. He's in a great position here. Oh, nice touch. Shot at goal! He's had it taken off him. Kamavinga. And that's been drilled in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And he's forced to go back. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. And there's a searching pass. Oh, he's just misjudged that one. And still, we await the first breakthrough. And now the breakaway.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
It's a mighty effort! And it's in! And finally, he has breathed life into the game! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Cruzeiro have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Great vision. Albert Ferrer gets across to intercept that. Kukçu. Oh, there's a probing ball. Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist, Peter, in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
João Neves. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Played into the box. And he's there to belt it away. Cleared without complication. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Look, stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but it'll reduce it.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. This looks promising.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Shapes to shoot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Worth a try, but not this time.
João Neves really had a decent crack at that. It was a full-blooded effort.
He's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
(1-0) as we head towards the end.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. el dorsal 10, el dorsal 19, el dorsal 17.
Fernandez.
Serán sustituidos por
Oh, that's a key interception.
el dorsal 7, el dorsal 31.
Nicely spread. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Tries a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Now this could be a chance. He is just caressing the ball. Oh, sweet feet. He's had a shot! And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this game looked to have 0-0 written all over it, but credit to them. They upped their game in the end, and I thought they got what they deserved.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the expert's hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And already we're underway here. That has ended up in no man's land.
Alvaro Rodriguez really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Camavinga. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I think an awful lot's going to be asked of this fella Zubamendi here. But being such a smart player, I expect him to pass the test with flying colours. He's...
Shot a goal! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Valera. Chance to deliver. Cleared away. And the counter is on. And he's forced to go back. Still goalless at the moment. João Neves. Added Subimendi. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Valera. Just eases him off the ball. Subimendi. Kukçu is the team's great visionary. Now João Neves. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Hector Fort. That has been slung wide. Caresses it through. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Subimendi. That's a good ball out wide. That's a good run he's making there. Played into the box. Terrific header. Goal! Cruzeiro! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. But the defence let themselves down by not picking him up. I think the boss won't be amused.
Cruzeiro are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Swings in across. That's the throw. And he's got his reins wrong there. Subimendi. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Kukçu. Subimendi. Added Subimendi.
Cruzeiro really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Now it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. In by Messi. He's got full. That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Rodriguez. Now it's Mir. Over to the left. Out of play for a goal kick. Subimendi. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. And it's Kukçu. João Neves touches it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
There's the whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Cruzeiro are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes, 1-0 to the good. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
Played back. Messi has it out wide and in space. Brilliantly cut out. Rodriguez. Now it's Mir. He's looking wide. Valera. Out to the right. Victor Fort. It's out for a goal kick. Zubimendi. Now Van Dijk. Kukçu. No, that's been intercepted. Victor Fort. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Rafa Mir is onto this. Camavinga. Albert Ferrer. Zubimendi being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's being closed down first.
Victor Fort. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
João Neves. Now Albert Ferrer. Camavinga. And it's Zubimendi. Played into space. Kukçu. And it's Zubimendi. Valera. Out to the left it goes. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Albert Ferrer. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Zubimendi. Turns back here, probably the best option. And it's Neves. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Distributed tidily. João Neves has it in a wide position.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Played out towards the right wing. That's an excellent interception. Nicely spread. And it's Fort. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, such a clever touch.
Substituição no time do Cruzeiro. Camisa 15. Vai ser substituído pelo jogador.
Kukçu.
Camisa 5. Teremos uma substituição.
Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. He's in a great position here. And the shot!
Substituição no time do Cruzeiro.
Well, there's going to be another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
It's a decent clearance. Nicely weighted ball. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Now it's Mir. Stood up well to him there. Now, can they get him away? He's being urged to shoot. Takes a shot! Really well taken goal. And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Cruzeiro could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Tries the cross. Van Dijk attempts a clearance. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Cruzeiro definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me, and to wish you all Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, I've heard only good things about this player, João Neves, Peter. He's very good under pressure, plays with an awful lot of courage, always wants to get on the ball, and positionally, very, very sound. He's a real asset for any team at number 6 or an 8.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Van Dijk. Kukçu. That's a good ball out wide. Tries to play it through. Takes a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
That has been knocked clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Nicely weighted ball. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Deep cross. Terrific header! Against the crossbar. Goal! Cruzeiro! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Eibar upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Zubimendi. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Garrido. Garrido. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Played into space out wide. Camavinga. And it's Van Dijk. It's Albert Ferrer. Van Dijk. Now Albert Ferrer. Oh, can he get onto this? Zubimendi. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Albert Ferrer. Zubimendi. And he's forced to go back. It's Albert Ferrer. Van Dijk. Oh, good spread. Climbs up big! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards. Cruzeiro can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
And he's been shifted off it. Can he get it through? Kukçu could try cutting inside here. It's out for a goal kick. Moreno. Half-time getting close now. That has ended up in no man's land. Zubimendi. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Oh, smashing header! And it's in! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Zubimendi. Now this could be a chance. Chance! Has fallen kindly here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And we've reached half-time. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Cruzeiro go in at half-time on a comfortable two-goal cushion. That gets things going for the second half. And it's Camavinga. Can he get on the end of this? Kukçu. Oh, there's the clearance. Crossed in again. Defending of the desperate variety.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Zubimendi gets a foot in here. And he was quick to react. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Zubimendi. And it's Neves. Kukçu, out to the right. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Messi. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite a... And the shot! Great reaction. Oh, denied brilliantly.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
He slings, he gets big! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Cruzeiro in a very solid position, 2 to the good. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. João Neves. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such astute movement, but at least, eventually, they've made the right call.
Garrido. And that should get the job done. Nicely aimed pass. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Knocks it into space. And they've got rid. That's good running with the ball. Good pressure, determined, intense. And it's Kukçu. Now it's Messi. And this is Messi. Messi! Cleared without hesitation. Messi's cross, he's got full! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Albert Ferrer. Van Dijk. It's a really well-measured ball. Now it's Messi. Now, can they get him away?
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, he's bustling through here. Messi. Now, that looks a decent ball. That's the keeper's ball. Kukçu. Does well to stand firm and defend it. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Played out to the right. Turns back here, probably the best option. Zubimendi. Now it's Messi. Well read, nice interception. Not the most accurate pass. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Messi. João Neves. João Neves. Now it's Messi. Garrido. 5 minutes left on the clock. Cruzeiro needed that, they really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's in plenty of space here.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
So,
10,
time for changes
el
on
dorsal
both
9,
sides, actually.
serán sustituidos por el dorsal 5. El dorsal
Keep the
20.
ball and you
Se
win the
va a llevar a
game.
cabo
It
un
really
cambio de
is that
jugadores.
simple.
Habrá un minuto de
Valverde.
descuento.
Can he spark a counter here? And that is that. Cruzeiro are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Para nuestra campaña solidaria en favor de los más necesitados.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Cruzeiro y Grêmio.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And that gets things running. Well, Jim, there he is, the much-storied Gabriel Batistuta. Fair to say, I think he will be a handful.
Well, talk about an understatement, Peter. He's Argentina's greatest number 9, without doubt. I don't think I've ever seen anyone strike the ball with such violence, if I can put it like that. We might well be seeing...
Gets his head on it! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And he's found the way past. Chance, surely! Superb goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So, a breakthrough already. Over to the left. And that is expertly dealt with. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Cruzeiro leading here thanks to that early goal, and the score is 1-0. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Mbappe, bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And there's green grass ahead of him.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Vieira. Now, can they get him away? Thinks about the shot. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Aims beyond. Tries a shot! It's in! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. João Neves. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Batistuta, expertly cut out, really nicely done. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Grêmio clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Raul. It's a good spell of possession, this. Mbappe could move up a gear here. Fiore tries to play it through, and this is Raul. Oh, sweet feet. And it's Vieira. Nice interception, well timed. Messi. Pass somewhat off target. Thuram. Vieira. Raul. Raul charging forward, the ball at his feet. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly.
Batistuta really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? This looks promising. He is through here. Vieira is there, and he can get that clear. Cruzeiro with the corner, there first. He's got tall. Denied by an instinctive save.
Zubimendi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Mbappe. Can he finish? Goal! Cruzeiro! And they've got their lead back. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think you've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
And there is the half-time whistle. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Cruzeiro are up by the odd goal in 3. Just about shading things at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Oh, can he get onto this? He's found the way through. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Bellingham. Raul. Looking to play him in.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And this is Messi. Cruzeiro can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Rijkaard. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Vieira. Now, he's got space here. That is good alertness. Tries to pass it through.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He's through here. Oh, shooting chance! And yes, it's there! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Has a look and place it forward. Oh, delightful ball. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Passes short and sharp. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now, who's going to be first to this? Messi. Nicked it back promptly. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Substituição no time do Cruzeiro. Camisa 10. Sai para a entrada do jogador. Camisa 4.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And the counter is on.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long...
And the shot! Just off target.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Cruzeiro still have the cards to affect this game. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Albert Ferrer spots it and intercepts.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And he's managed to get free. Oh, great run, magical! And the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! And the lead is extended still further. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that favour.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Cruzeiro blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. Shoots! He couldn't get hold of it. Now, what about a counter-attack? Ødegaard. No, that's been intercepted. Camavinga. That is ended up in no man's land. Spread out to the left. In with the challenge. Mbappe. Looking for options for movement. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Rashford. Ødegaard. McTominay. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. Beckenbauer. Serginho. Vieira. Premio looking to pass their way through. Look at the space here. And Messi! Goal! And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Teremos uma substituição.
Premio have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Ødegaard. And it's Messi. Knocks it into space.
Teremos 5 minutos de
McTominay.
acréscimo.
Vieira. Oh, there's a probing ball. Dovbik. He's shifting through the gears here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's had it nicked away. Looking for the run. Decent chance! Fiore. Due. And that will be the final act. Cruzeiro are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and their tactician... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game. But he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power.
Hops for safety. He's through, now is he in? Not much subtlety about that challenge.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates...
And the finish! Nedved. Mateus. And this is Nedved. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Zubimendi just eases him off the ball. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Albert Ferrer. Messi. Nedved.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Cleared away. Cruzeiro have the chance to go the other way. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe, good, strong midfield running here. They're back in possession and ready to go again. There's the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Rummenigge. Nedved can see things others simply cannot. Threads one in. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And it's Nedved. Mbappe. Zubimendi. João Neves looking to get on the end of this. Kvaratskhelia. Almost half an hour in now. Tries to pass it through. And it's Nedved. Thinks about the shot. Not the most accurate pass. João Neves. Now it's Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's through here. Mbappe! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. João Neves, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he's got the beating of his man. Kvaratskhelia, Pelé. Oh, he has stuck it into his own net!
Ah, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Araujo is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Goes for a shot! Zubimendi. Now this could be a... Can he finish? Nedved. Rummenigge. And Mateus. That is ended up in no man's land. Can he get it through?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And the shot! It's hit the upright.
Teremos minuto
This time,
de
surely!
acréscimo.
Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Cruzeiro would seem to still be getting over the OG. It was an honest mistake, and they've got to move on.
And the action is back on the way.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And that is as far as they're going to go. That's a sharp pass. Vieira. He's a sharp little ball here. And the shot! And the ball's come loose here. Kvaratskhelia. Mateus. And here's Mbappe. Nedved. And it's Neves. Pinches it off him. Now it's Pelé. And he has been fouled there. And he has shown him a yellow card. Pass just lacking in accuracy. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Cruzeiro still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Oh, that's a booking, always looked it. Saliba has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Bounce of passing here, really easy. Tries a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Messi is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And it's made its way to him. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Great chance! Messi. And here's Mbappe. Zubimendi. Nicely weighted ball. Kirkchu.
substituição no time do Cruzeiro.
Cruzeiro can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Camisa 22. Deixando o campo para entrar.
Stood up well to him there.
Camisa 4.
Cruzeiro still have the cards to affect this game.
Camisa 5.
Now who's going to be first to this? That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Saliba, and it's Vieira. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
That's exactly...
Oh, shooting chance! He scores! Cruzeiro are back on level terms. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty, he is truly in the zone.
But how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And it's Rashford.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Albert Ferrer cuts it out. And that could set him on his way. He's one chance, surely! Goal! Cruzeiro! And the comeback is complete! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Camisa 15. Vai ser
Nedved.
substituído pelo jogador. Camisa
He's had it
23.
nicked away. Rummenigge showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Looking tidy in possession here. A probing pass. That is good alertness. I think we're just about done here.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Araujo promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Pass is just off target.
Corinthians really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Now it's Pelé. And he's being shifted off it. Nicely aimed pass. And he's only too happy to take that back. And this is Pelé. Delivers the ball. Oh, that's a fine interception. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Cruzeiro have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. So there it is. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we're underway.
For the ultimate model of consistency and longevity, there is the perfect example in front of us.
Javier Zanetti, he goes on forever, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, that's why they call him the tractor. He just ploughs on and on with boundless energy.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that was vital. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
It's really well cleared. Zanetti makes the interception. Van Nistelrooy, nice physical challenge. And it's Messi. Yeah. He'll play for Rijkaard. Kokchu. Oh, easy pickings there. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Quality ball. Looking to play him in. Quarter of an hour played. And he's gone looking for safety. Bayer Leverkusen have reclaimed it. Zanetti. The referee's awarded a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. It's a searching pass.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And it's been played through. Well, there's the clearance. Cruzeiro still without a single shot on target. Taken back almost at once. And it's Neves. Shoots! Goal! Cruzeiro! That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
Cruzeiro have taken the lead.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Aimed beyond the defence. He's picked his way through. Now, what about this cross? Distributed tidily. He's in space and looking for options. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. He's got away. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. And we have our very first corner. Shapes to shoot! And he's there to belt it away. He's cleared it out of harm's way. Rijkaard did well to step in there. That was more than necessary.
This is the time you need that pace.
Kukçu in acres of space out wide. Oh, that's a fine interception. That's a lovely, delicate pass. And that's been cut out, well played. Not the most convincing of passes. And the keeper takes decisive action. Oh, it's come loose. That's a sharp pass. Kukçu. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Nicely shaped ball. And he was quick to react. And the two sides... Ah, he's given it away! And he's running through, a great chance! He's got it all! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Zubimendi. And that'll be the final action of the first half. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Cruzeiro sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up.
Teremos uma substituição.
And we're off again. Engages and forces him off the ball. It's gone for a throw-in. Howson. Rafinha.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Oh, this looks sharp. Time and again they are repelled. Rijkaard. Threads one in. And no, that was never going to make it. Rafinha. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. João Neves, played out towards the right wing. Vieira. Albert Ferrer calmly anticipates. Nicely weighted ball. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Cruzeiro clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Knocks it into space. And a chance! Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Cruzeiro really could have done without this. Dealing with the pressure. One back. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, look at the keeper's reaction, Peter. He felt he could have kept it out. That was so tight.
Bayer Leverkusen get themselves back into contention.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Tries to play it through. Lovely feet. Opts to play it back. Spread it left. Ball driven towards the far post. That's really well manoeuvred. No, that's been intercepted. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Guardiola promptly onto that, and that is that. Zanetti. Thinks about the shot. Tries a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Substituição no time do Cruzeiro.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 4.
And it's been taken short.
19. Substituição em
Bayer
andamento.
Leverkusen really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
That has been cut short. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Rashford. It's a good foot in there.
Cruzeiro surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Oh, that's a key interception. And he's intervened well there. Some really good ball movement. Olise. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And here's Haaland. Knocks it out wide. Looking for the run. It's a promising position. And it's Rijkaard. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Great pressure, plenty of it.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He's shifting through the gears here. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now it's Rashford. It's Rashford! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Can he get it through? Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. No luck with that dink over the top.
Indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Zanetti. That's a lovely, neat pass. 2 minutes to be added on. Oh, strongly challenged there.
Well, they shouldn't be done.
And that's that. Cruzeiro proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won it. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, I think the manager can take a great deal of satisfaction with this.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here. Alessandro Costa Corte. Can he finish? Goal! Cruzeiro! The ideal start!
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Well, most of those go high and wide because of their difficulty. He made it look like he does it every day.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. João Neves, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Now that's well seen too. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Mbappe. Oh, that's a key interception. Zubimendi. Cruzeiro finding their passes. De Bruyne. And it's Palmer. That's a cute ball. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Palmer. Nice looking ball. That's a nicely weighted pass. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's set.
Palmer gets through on his own. Chance! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And he's got his cross in. João Neves. Can he get on the end of this? Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. It's a good spell of possession, this. Cruzeiro leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bartasagi. And it's Zubimendi. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Van Dijk calmly anticipates. He's going for goal! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Kukçu. Distributed tidily. Threads one in. That's beautifully weighted. That's an excellent interception. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Played out to the right. Palmer. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Oh, good spread. Now it's Messi. Tries to pass it through. And that is expertly dealt with. Goes for goal! No, he's missed it.
Messi probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
This is from Mario. Now it's De Bruyne. Goes long and straight. And it's made its way to him. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Palmer, he's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Van Bouten kept his eye on it, and he's there. The pass has gone astray, and now the breakaway. Nicely worked. A lot of space ahead of him. Costa Curta gets it clear. And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Cruzeiro go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Cruzeiro carrying a one-goal lead. Zubimendi. Kukçu. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. That's a throw. Zubimendi. Now João Neves. Some resolute defending there. He's having a go! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Cruzeiro with the corner, there first. Rijkaard tries to clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he was quick to react. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's had a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And now they can spring out of defence. That's a lovely, delicate pass. Looking for options for movement. Pings in across. Tries to get it clear. Now it's Mbappe. Still just a single goal between the sides. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Shoots! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Danger averted for now.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Mbappe has it in a wide position. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt to go further in front.
Pass somewhat off target.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
That is a great pick out. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely...
He's having a shot! It's there! They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
No question, this is the man you want to get on to the end of things. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, what a mistake! Palmer. That's an imaginative pass. That has not gone well. Oh, that's fabulous. De Bruyne. Zubimendi. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, important interception.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He has found the way through. Rijkaard. Now this could be a chance. Kukçu kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
De Bruyne. Now it's Mbappe. Passing is crisp and sharp. He is starved of space and time.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
That's been cut out, well played. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. That'll do under the circumstances. Now it's Romario. Great defending, strong and determined. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Now he's got space here. Nice interception, well timed. Mbappe. The final 5 minutes.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Albert Ferrer. Palmer. Oh, he's onto this. Mbappe! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, the pass was sublime. The finish was substandard. What a disappointment.
Substituição no time do Cruzeiro. Camisa 10. Camisa 22. Camisa 15. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 4, camisa 23, camisa 20.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. And it's Rashford. Lucas Paqueta. Rashford.
Teremos 3 minutos de
Fourth
acréscimo.
official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, well measured. And he's away. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down. Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
Yes, sadly he knew exactly.
Palmer! Decent hit from there. Lucas Paqueta. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's a promising position. Camavinga swings it across, and the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of...